Hey y'all, this is David Green from Truthwave, and I just wanted to bring you a video here to talk about the upcoming training exercise called Jade Helm 15. Now, I'm sure you've all heard a little something about that, or you wouldn't be here, and some of you might be wondering what this is, and that was really the purpose of this video, is to bring you just the facts. There's a lot of opinions out there as to why this military exercise, this training exercise is being conducted. But I want to bring you the facts. I want you to have a good, strong base and foundation to formulate your own ideas and opinions as to what this is and what's going to be taking place here. It is outlined and guidelined, and that's what we're going to be going through. I'm gonna go over this map here that kind of got the internet buzzing to begin with, and also take a look at the leaked document which contained this map in its entirety, and kind of go through it piece by piece with you guys. Some of y'all have seen it, some of y'all have not, but I'm assuming if you're here, you don't know too much about Jade Helm, so I just want to bring you up to speed again to give you a nice solid foundation. And about a month and a half ago, a document leaked in regards to a planned realistic military training exercise, or an RMT, called Jade Helm 15, and this is an 8-week exercise that will be taking place between July 15th through September 15th across 7 states. Now, I want to again focus specifically on the leaked document from SOCOM, or our U.S. Special Operations Command, and the map that has the internet buzzing right now is really what I'm going to focus on. This is what really set everything off to begin with. And if you'll notice here that Texas is highlighted in red, as well as Utah and Southern California. I live here in Texas, and this here is my location in Texas right here. So yes, I'm very much in the heart of where this operation will be kicking off. But these red states are really what kind of got the internet buzzing. This is, if you notice down here in the legend, that the red indicates a hostile territory, or the dark blue, like California, Nevada, and Colorado. They're permissive, with New Mexico being brown, which is uncertain leaning hostile, and Arizona light blue, uncertain leaning friendly. Now, I understand the concern here in seeing this, but I can tell you from my research and what I've seen that this is not abnormal in military training exercises. And let's be perfectly clear here: military training exercises are conducted all the time. Again, all the time here in the U.S. The reason why this one is different, and it differentiates itself from all the other training exercises that we've conducted on our soil, is that the military will be commingling with the general public in regards to this training exercise, looking for feedback and so forth. There's a lot that they're asking the public to do here, and it's a lot of people's opinions that this is just not right. I'm going to leave mine out of it for right now, and I'll bring you my thoughts and my opinions in a later video. But again, I just want to bring you the facts here. So let's take a look at these events that are going to be taking place. There's two specifically in Texas that have grabbed my attention, and that's the Jokes event and the CRF event. Now, the Jokes event, or the Joint Operation Access Exercise, is where paratroopers will be deployed. This exercise will be conducted by the 82nd Airborne Division, and we will see paratroopers in the skies at some point between July 15th and September 15th. That much has been acknowledged. Now, you also see down here is a CRF event, and this is a crisis response force, and that's what CRF stands for, and it's typically made up of a mesh of units brought together to execute a mission or handle a given scenario. I've read so many articles, but I believe I read one recently where we had a mission over in the Middle East where we were protecting some buildings that we had out there through a CRF. So they're usually comprised of, again, it's different military branches, but these are elite special forces military that are specifically trained for these types of missions. So getting into this, you'll see that again, there's pockets here in Utah and California. I do want to point out, the location in Texas is very interesting. Texas is a place where we have a lot of ex-military here. We have a lot of veterans here. We have a lot of guns here. This is a state where we love our firearms. There's no doubt about it, and and it's not a bad thing. I'm very happy and proud to be a Texas native. This is my home, and like I said, this is a exercise that's happening literally in my backyard. Again, I'm right here. So it's caused concern for me, and I've done quite a bit of research, and I'd like to kind of shift over right now and take a look at the actual document that was released that to contain this map. And so here it is. This is what was leaked to the Houston Chronicle. I'm not 100%. I don't want to say that because I don't know exactly who leaked it first, whether it was InfoWars or the Houston Chronicle, and it possibly could have been some. I think I saw a document from March 13th where somebody had this documentation out. I just think it took a little longer to get out, but essentially the purpose of this, the Commander of the United States Army Special Operation Command, again that's SOCOM, seeks a written invitation and approval from local officials to conduct realistic military training, RMTs, with their jurisdictions for joint military exercise. Jade Helm 15. So when taking a look here at what is a military or realistic military training exercise, and they're trying to coordinate between the actual local authorities here in situations where there could be a disaster or whatever happens, that both the actual coordination between the police is seamless, and the DoD representatives and local and regional authorities all can come together and actually work together in a situation where it would be necessary. There's a few things here, and if you can go down the list: risk assessment, medical and communications plans, licensing agreements, legal review, letters of invitations, local offices, coordination with local, state, and federal law enforcement, public affairs review. There's a lot of different departments here within our own communities that'll be involved in this exercise, whether we as the public want it or not. It's going to be happening. But kind of going down again, we'll see Jade Helm as a challenging 8-week joint military operation. You can kind of just keep going down further and further. It's all here. Again, now when I say it's all here, this whole exercise, the parameters of this exercise is here. Not what the intent is of this exercise. I'm still at a loss as to what that is. But as you can see, the participants here are the U.S. Army Special Forces Command, the Green Berets, the Navy SEALs, the Air Force, the Marine Special Operations Command, the Marine Expeditionary Units, 82nd Airborne, interagency partners. There's a lot going on here, and you can take a look at some of the cities that'll be entertaining our troops. And as Bastrop, I'm sure you've heard of Big Springs already. College Station, Del City, El Dorado, Goliad, Junction, Leakey, Menard, Mountain Home, San Angelo, San Antonio, and Victoria. And all of these are very, very small towns, except, of course, for San Antonio. And but the majority of these are kind of rural. College Station is, of course, home to Texas A&M. It's a very, very small college town. You can drive from one end to the other in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'm sure. But again, we can take a look here at this. This is the actual map that was released here. And, here's a little explanation as to why Texas. And I thought this was pretty interesting. And the United States Special Operations Command has conducted numerous exercises in Texas because Texans are historically supportive of efforts to prepare our soldiers, airmen, Marines, and sailors to fight enemies of the United States. I would tend to agree with that. There's a lot of very here's the thing with Texans. If it's up front and it's all disclosed, I think that you would get a pretty good response from Texas as a whole, as a people in a whole. It would be a pretty good response. Now, the one thing about Texas is what you don't want to do is have little, typical military protocol, a need to know type of basis. That will not. I don't even want to get into this because I have, again, my own opinions here, and I'm getting towards opinions. It's very hard and difficult to do this video without getting into it, especially. Um, we'll drop it. We'll leave that for another video. But one thing was interesting that I saw here was the opportunity to work with civilians to gain their trust and understanding of the issues. Look, I'm pretty sure that again, I'm just not seeing it here. It's very difficult to talk about this without having an opinion. It's almost as if this document was released for this purpose, to keep our brains spinning. Um, However, let's stick to the facts. We've got over 1,200 service members that will be participating in Jade Helm 15 throughout Texas, to include the training unit, operational support personnel, and opposing force personnel. You know, they anticipate minimal physical impact on given area due to large area of operations. Well, again, I won't get into opinions there about what that is. I'll save that for another video. The funding identified for this portion of the exercise will go straight into the economy. Essentially, what they're stating here, they're selling this to the public as if this is going to be a boost to their economy. This is 150,000, which I will say in some of those smaller towns is a significant amount of money to interject into a community, no doubt. But let's be perfectly. Texas is not hurting. And just to give you an idea, when house prices plummeted back in 2006, 2007, when the housing bubble crashed, that Texas was not an area that was affected. Matter of fact, if I can recall, I believe some of the areas of Texas were continuing to go up slowly. It's a slow climb for the real estate here, but we're not hurting here in Texas. We don't have a state tax. The state gives us towards the end of the summer, they give us a tax-free weekend where we can go buy whatever we want and don't have to pay taxes on it. This is not a starving state by any means. We've got money. We've got a lot of old oil money here. Texas has its own standalone economy. We could literally break away and still be okay. And I believe I can't even remember what it was, and I don't even want to quote it right now, but Texas would be in the upper echelon of countries right now. If it was to become its own country, we would still be in a top level as far as economically, compared to a multitude of other countries. So, with all that being said, we're going to come down here on what to expect. Now, the increased military presence, increased aircraft in the area at night, which I can tell you, and again, I'm bringing you the facts, and I've witnessed it, I've videoed it. This is already happening right now, okay? I get a lot of flack from people say, well, the military are always in our skies. They're always there. I get tons of emails from people, and it's a common theme. And yes, our military is in our skies constantly. But when they're up in my skies at 11 p.m., 5 nights in a row, and this is enough to wake a person up. And it's right in an interval within 7 minutes of each night would be within 7 minutes. It was like 10:57 to 11. I think the latest I saw it come in was like 11:06 or 11:07. It was within about 10 minutes of each other. But every night for 5 nights that I was here and was able to capture that, I didn't get anything tonight. I'm sure you've heard a few claps of thunder here. It's pretty bad. I know Dallas got nailed, and I'm east of Dallas or southeast of Dallas, so it's been coming our way. So there's nothing in the skies right now, or not that I would hear, with this thunder going on. But let's take a look at we may be receiving some noise complaints. Some individuals may conduct suspicious activities designed to prepare them for complex environments overseas. Now, when describing this, basically what's going to be happening, according to these exercises that we're doing, is that a group of, I guess they will be called, they'll be military, of course, but they will be taking on the role of, trying to actually get out of a situation that they would be in overseas. So if they had to get from point A to point B without a dollar in their name, how are they going to get there, and how are they going to do this? Well, I can tell you right now that, and there's some concerns with this because, frankly, there's going to be some law breaking going on here from our U.S. military, right? And this will be taking place, and then this has been admitted, and that's not something that sits well when it's happening to the general public. Now they're stating that everybody will be notified, so forth and so on, and we'll see how that all plays out. But you know, the law enforcement, they're fully aware of these exercises taking place. Local footprint will be at 60 to 65 personnel. Personnel may be carrying weapons with blank ammo. Some participants will be wearing civilian attire and driving civilian vehicles. So again, we're going to have our military commingling with our general public. And again, I can get into a lot of reasons why that's a bad idea here in the state of Texas, but I'll save that for some future videos. But as you can see, it's pretty cut and dry. They list everything out. Safety for civilians and exercise participants is our #1 priority. Now, I found this. There were some things in here that were very disturbing to me, but again, I'm going to just list them out. I'm not going to. It's very difficult to bring you just an objective view on this. I've got so many thoughts on this. But however, I'll go down the list here. Daily communications between the DoD and law enforcement agencies. Medics located with each element. That is the one that really got my attention. Medics located with each element. Well, what are they expecting to happen? What is it that they're going to do that they need a medic? Again, I'm getting in on the things that I shouldn't be, but however, it's there. This is what they intend to do for our quote-unquote safety. Coordination with life flight and local medical facilities. Exercise support team with communications. Clear marking of exercise participants, use of key words to determine exercise participation. So this is an undercover training exercise going to be taking place right under our noses. They're going to do this through risk mitigation assessment. Coordination with the safety, of course, is through risk mitigation assessment. Coordination with local residents, verbal and written. We'll again see how that plays out. Fire conditions reviewed prior to each scenario. Fire extinguisher and other equipment located at each site. Public Affairs Office will make public announcement regarding exercise. This is what they're intending to do. Now, look, if our military wants to do this, this is necessary, and I do believe it is necessary to stay up to par with other countries. And you can look at Russia actually. They've been spending over the last from 2007 to 2014. I believe they increased like 97 or 96%. It was a pretty high number that I was looking at when I did see that. I'm going off the top of my head here, but Russia and China have been increasing their actual percentage of military spending worldwide, and but the reality is we make up a third of all military spending of all countries worldwide. So we spend a third, and the rest of the world spends 66%, and that's just a rough number, but it's in that ballpark. So, but anyhow, this was what set the internet off right here, guys, and this is guys and gals, and hey, just bear with me. I'm gonna continue to bring you videos as I get them. I'll also make a video here of some of my my opinions and my views as to why this is taking place. But like I said, I just wanted to bring y'all a video that's basically factual here. No corners cut. I just wanted to show you exactly what's going on. This is what we see. This is all we've got right now to go on, and there could be a lot of reasons as to why this was released in the manner it was. But again, we'll talk about that another time. I want to thank y'all for watching my video. Please subscribe. I've got some more coming out. If you enjoyed this, please give me a like. Even if you don't like it, just give me a like anyways. I'd really appreciate it. That'd be awesome. This is my first time doing videos, so you guys just bear with me. I'll continuously try to improve on the quality here. Any comments, suggestions you've got, I've got thick skin. You can lay it on me. I'll be all right. But look, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. And look, a lot of information out there. Let's all try to stay informed and stay educated. Y'all take it easy and have a good night. Bye bye.